Aloha, Brett Christensen here with Maui Property, and today I'm going to show you footage of the FEMA meeting we had here on Maui. It was their second meeting like this, and they did their best to present to the Maui community, to all the property owners, to all the property managers, to concerned citizens, what their plan is and how their program works, trying to answer all your questions. Now, the video was going to be really long. I edited it down as much as I could, and then I broke off the Q&A section. That's in the next video. There'll be a link. I'll throw it up right now. It'll also be later in the video. So I recommend checking that part out because it's full of information, likely answering your questions, and really worth watching. And if you have any further questions, you can contact me directly. My information will be in the info below. You know, what's great is FEMA is really trying. They have their version 1 program out right now, but they are being adaptive and really trying to change to address, to meet Maui's needs, because this is a very unique situation and FEMA is trying. It is a bureaucracy. They aren't fast, but they are adapting. So don't give up. They are really trying to help. All right, let's get going.
I think the need is probably about 3,000 units. I think the FEMA needs about 1,500 to 2,000 units. And then there's individuals that are outside our program that the state and the county will look to lease for to support those that maybe are not eligible for FEMA's program. What our goal is to try to lease those number of units. Where are we at right now? We have a little bit over 300 units we've been able to lease. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Dimitri Carter, who is our contracting officer, and she's going to speak to you next. Thank you and appreciate you being here.
The single family homes, also the townhomes. So these are the type of units that we're looking for our program. So FEMA has awarded contracts to 3 property management companies that are going to facilitate the communication between the property owners and the rental units or the homes and for FEMA. So the 3 property managers here, what they do is they speak to you guys and they contact you, have a discussion about your rental, what it is that it takes to maintain it. They'll walk you through all the steps that's needed about getting ready for the HUD inspection, getting the furniture, how the utilities, the cost, all those things that are associated with it will be managed through our property managers. The Direct Lease Program can help house the family in need, and you'll receive a fair and stable compensation for doing so. So the property owners will enter into a contract with FEMA and the property management company and not the tenants. So you will not have to worry about directly worrying about the contract or any information with the tenant. Your property manager is the one who is going to do that communication, and they're also going to provide you with the rent, the utilities, the fees that are associated with maintaining your unit, the furniture, the security deposit. And there are going to be some background checks that we are going to be providing before the tenant can come into the unit. So when it comes to those things, we do know that there's concerns about your property, who's going to stay in it. So that's why the background check is done. The financial part won't be a background check for it because FEMA's directly paying you the money, so there's no financial background. It's only the criminal background check that we will be providing. And then for the fees that are associated with your condo, we know that there are some specific fees. Some of them have HOA fees, some of them have maintenance fees. Those are the things that you'll be discussing with the property managers so that they can know how much the rate will be for maintaining your property. When there's big item things that happen with your unit, the air conditioner may go out or whatever, they will contact you to get your approval on what those needs will be. Also, during the time that the tenant is staying there may be some small work orders that need to be done. The tenant will contact the property managers and they will go out to make sure that those get repaired in a timely fashion for them. So it's the things that you don't have to worry about will be communicated and worked through the property managers. So during the term of the lease, we're asking you to provide your unit for 18 months up to 24 months during this time. And that way, with the option to renew. Grant the exclusive use of the unit to the selected tenants. We know that some of your properties do not allow pets, so there's rules and regulations that we need to find out. And if you do have a unit that offers pets, that would be great. There are a lot of families out there that do have their pets, they're their loved ones. And so if you have a pet-friendly unit, please let us know that. Those are the ones that the families are really looking for. Also, there are some AFM needs. There might be some minor adjustments that some of our survivors may need. For instance, grab bars in the showers, a ramp, small adjustments like that. If you can let us know that we can make those alterations to your unit that we would pay for, not you. If you would let us know that information, we would make those for some of our survivors that have those needs. The rules and the guidelines of your property, you want to make sure that you communicate with our property managers. Some of you all have or live in a community where you have the HOAs and there's certain guidelines that you have to abide by. You can provide those to our property managers so that can be communicated to our tenants that will be there. Sometimes there's the questions that's asked about when the tenant does not abide by those rules, how would we address them? So those are the bad actors in your unit. But there's an agreement between FEMA and the survivor that they're supposed to be abiding by. And when they do not abide by those rules, they have a caseworker that comes out and they give them that violation and go over the rules and everything and speak to them about the program. If they have too many violations, that is when we start the process of removing them out of the unit. During the time, sometimes the survivor may find a permanent housing solution while we have that lease with you. During that time, that person may leave. We are still asking to use your unit to fill the fulfillment of our program. Because there will be times, and we've had a couple of families that have moved on, and we still need your unit, so we're asking you to still continue with housing the survivors for as long as they're in need. We will still be using your property during the time that we have the agreement with you. The maintenance of the unit, again, is provided through the property managers, and that's something that we pay for. If an eviction or termination has to happen with that applicant, that is something that we work with the property managers to do that eviction process. The next thing that we're going to go over will be how to get your unit ready for inspection so that we can get people housed, which is going to be by Michelle Williams.
Basically, my team will be going out to inspect the homes. What we look for is to ensure that the units have a smoke alarm, preferably near the kitchen area, in the bedroom area, depending on the size of the unit that you're providing. We are also looking for fire extinguishers. We've noticed here, some apartment complex or so forth, they are placed outside the units. We would like them to at least be near the kitchen area. Also, we are inspecting to check your ground fault outlets. We need to make sure that they are placed in the kitchen or in the bathrooms. The ground fault needs to be wired correctly. No infestation. We're looking for free of bugs, mice dropping, so what have you. We are also checking the units to ensure that the kitchen or the refrigerators, everything is cleaned out. There's nothing left behind. We prefer no personal items are in the units during our inspections. We also want to make sure all the appliances are working correctly. The plumbing, so forth, are working properly, are clean and good working order. To also ensure that the cold and hot water are working within the units. Those are the things that could possibly disqualify. Free of microbial, especially when we're checking the showers and the bathroom areas and stuff. We want to make sure that it's clean. We're also checking for dust, any other additional things that could cause personal harm or just health issues. We don't want that for our survivors. The unit must have good ventilation. When I say that, it's ensuring that if you have a fan that's working or some type of air conditioning that is working properly for the the survivors. Also, we're looking for the window that they're serviceable. They can be open, closed without any issues. And the doors and windows to the patios are also in good working order. But if you have any additional questions, I'm free to answer those on the side. Thank you so much.